Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a comparison video on these two Hoover spot cleaners. So on the right, I've got the Hoover Spotless. I've had it for 5 years now. I love it. I recently just had to replace the switch on top. So if your machine has died, it could be a simple fix, a $7 fix. Check out my video on how to change out that switch. Very simple. So I went ahead and bought the new Hoover CleanState. Looks completely different. But they typically, it looks like they're going to act the same. I've been using both of them for a little bit now. So in this video, I'm going to kind of show you the difference between the two. Then I've got an old piece of carpet. I'm going to put some jelly and some stains on it. I'm going to show you how each one of them clean it up. So first off, this one worked right out of the box. The Hoover on the right, the old one. Both of them are $99. This one is a little bit more on Amazon because they've got a few more attachments to it, but I've got both of them at Walmart for $100. Now the CleanState, I had a little problem with it out of the box. I had to prime the pump. It took about 10 minutes. It was a little tricky. I did read the directions. I've got a separate video on how to prime the pump on the CleanState. I wouldn't get any, when I would press the trigger, I didn't get any solution out of the trigger. Now, I will tell you right away, I did feel like the Hoover on the right, the older Hoover, it does have a little more suction, but I checked the amperage. Both of them are 3.5 amps. They both are about the same noise level. You know, I know this one looks old now, and I've used this one. I've used the heck out of this one. But this is kind of a tried and true system. You've got your storage tank here, you know, and that's where you empty it. And you've got, look, on an identical one, this is where your solution goes. Now, okay, so I have had a problem with this one. For some reason, this filler cap on this older Hoover, it gets on there and like you got to get pliers to get, like I'll just put it on like that and I'll come back after a while and it's like concrete. I've actually cracked a couple caps. So I have had a little problem with the older Hoover. Now let's get to the CleanState. They changed things up a little bit. They've got this is your storage tank. It's got a release button here. I don't necessarily like, you got to pull this whole cap off. And I've struggled with this a little bit. Now I do like that. So to empty that, you can just dump it out, but you can rinse that out really good. On this one, you know, you've got this. I've never had a problem emptying it out through this little hole and then shooting water in there. And once in a while, I've had to take the big nut off the bottom to clean the inside of this tank. So this was a little tricky, and they have an onboard storage tool for the hose rinse. That has I'll show you the hose rinse. It's a little different on the older one. But I do like the form factor of this newer one. It feels nice. Everything goes together nice. You've got your water tank here. It's very simple. You just lift it up, tilt it over, and you fill it up. And then it's got these markings for a large area and a small area and tells you how much concentrate to put in. It doesn't have two separate lines, but at least it tells you how much. And then you just got to slide it in. Again, it feels really nice when you carry it around. Even this one feels, it's a little top heavy, but it feels nice when you carry it around. Looks like they've got the same hose. Now this hose did get a leak in it, but I've had it for 5 years. And a little bit of Flex Seal tape fixed it right up. They're both simple to operate. They just have a single switch. This is a push button on or off. Okay, so around back we got, you know, some differences, but the cord storage has this little lever you can turn down to pull the cord off easy. On this one, both of these rotate. I don't know that that makes any difference, but it does help get the cord off. Same length cord, same type of cord. Now the suction head on this one is different. This one's a little narrower, a little smaller. On the older one, you can see there's quite a bit of difference. And same with the bristles. This is kind of an older bristle design, I guess. They're kind of like hard rubber, but soft. These are like fiber bristles with a very large area. The older one, it's got its onboard hose cleaning. So you take the end off and then you stick it in there and that's what cleans the hose. On this newer one, the CleanState, you take this little adapter and you got to put it on here and then you pull the trigger. I'll show you, I'll demonstrate all this and then it cleans the hose. So a little different, but at least they do clean the hose. So the CleanState does, or the CleanState lets you store one extra tool. This is kind of a neat little tool. It's got a scrubby brush, but then you turn it over and that's where the suction is. So it doesn't suck where you scrub in the stream, and it comes out in a stream instead of a fan. And it's got onboard storage right there. And again, the handle goes there. These things, attached kind of the same way. Got kind of the same spray nozzle. So both of them to me are very portable. Again, I've been a champion of this one. This one's been very nice. Now heavy-wise, you know, maybe this one's a little heavier, not much though. This one does seem a little better, like this one just seems a little more portable. This one doesn't, it does seem a little big now compared to this one. And when we get over there, I wasn't happy with the fan. So I wasn't happy with how the solution comes out of the nozzle. I thought the solution comes out of this one much better. Okay, so here I've got both cleaners. So I do like the form factor of this one. The hose comes out the front. On this one, the hose comes out the back or to the side, which is a little different. But surprisingly, I thought the hose on the new one, the CleanState, was longer, but they're both the same size. So it just, a lot of times you set the tank down and then the hose has to kind of wrap around. This one, you set the unit down like you normally would, and it seems like you got a little more hose. Okay, so here's the carpet we're going to be testing them on. I've got grape jelly, ketchup, and some tea, and same with that one. Okay, so first I want to show you the fan. I want to show you how the solution comes out right there. Let's turn it. Okay, this one I'm not too impressed with, the new one. It's okay. This old one just seems a little more even. Now they both seem like they put out good solution. I don't know, this one just seemed like it was like a little uneven. Wasn't as fun, didn't seem like it was manufactured as good. This one just seemed like it was really putting out a nice stream, nice and even. But I do think they both put out about the same amount. Okay, so now let's get to cleaning. Okay, so I think they're both going to get the job done, but for some reason, the older one, the Hoover Spotless, just seems like it's a more powerful machine. This one, I don't know if the bigger head is not allowing enough suction. I mean, this one definitely has a smaller head, but when this one, it just feels like it's working. This one, I'm always doubting, like, is it sucking? Is it doing its job? And then when you see the solution coming out, it's just not the best. But what I'm going to show you is, though, even though this one, it feels like it's lacking, I think it does a pretty decent job. So I'm going to finish cleaning these and we'll see how it does. Let's turn this one on. You can see they both sound about the same. The newer one might be a little more quiet. Okay, so you can see they're both doing a pretty decent job. If I had to pick one, it would be the older Spotless over the CleanState. It seems like these bristles do work a little bit better, but these ones aren't bad either. It's a little different. It seems like I could just get a little better job with this. So, and again, this one with the bigger head, I'm just not sure if that's exactly what I want or not with the big head. But again, they're both doing a pretty good job of cleaning. Okay, so I'm going to spend 5 minutes here and try to get them both as clean as I can. Okay, so let's look at the spray pattern. Now let's look at suction. Okay, so again, if I had to give one on the right side, may have done, I missed a spot here, but again, it just felt like with the spray pattern was putting more solution on. I was definitely putting more solution on with the Spotless than with the CleanState. Okay, so now let's show you the hose clean. So both of them, you got to take the attachment off. And this one, you're going to push. It's got it built in. You're just going to push it right like that. Okay, so let's do the cleanup hose clean. On this one, it's a little different. I've got the attachment on. Now you're just going to pull the trigger. So interesting, this kind of splashes the water. This one doesn't. Okay, so clean up again. You're just going to take the tank off. And you got to lift this whole lid off. On the older one here, you're just going to take this jug and you're going to open this little container, this little port here, and go dump it out. I do find this one's a little easier to empty than this one. Seemed to be a little hard. But you can kind of clean this one out easy. So I think the CleanState looks nicer, but I don't know that it cleans any better and is any more functional than the older one. Hope this video helps. Leave your comments down below if you got anything wrong with either one of the machines. And again, check out my video if you can't get your CleanState primed. Thanks everybody for watching.